We're live. Hey, we are live. They probably can hear us talking too, can't they? Pretty soon, people. Hey, Jay.
Hey, how are you?
No, I just froze up.
Oh no. Oh no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but
This is the greatness of my technology. How's
yeah,
everybody doing?
yeah, sorry, we apologize, everyone. Our my buddy seemed to disappear on me, but my name is AJ, and my buddy is Kyle, and we're from Icon, and today is Giving Tuesday, and we just wanted to talk to you a bit about what Icon has been doing and how your support has really been helping Icon to help bring more awareness about the atrocities that have been happening in Nigeria and the persecution, and how you can continue to help and learn more about what Icon is doing. We have just one special guest that is going to join us uh, soon. But I'll just give Kyle just a second to reconnect here. Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get rid of that one. Hey, I got the same background. The same room.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my goodness. Technology rules.
That's right. All right.
Everyone do it.
All right. So today is Giving Tuesday, and Icon has been.
It's Giving really. AJ, any history of Giving Tuesday or?
Yeah. For those of you that don't know what Giving Tuesday is, Giving Tuesday was actually created by two organizations, the 92nd Street Y and the United Nations Foundation, which came together in 2012, about a month before Thanksgiving. And this was done with the intention to set aside a day that was all about celebrating the generosity of giving and a great American tradition. So I think that it was really good that they could actually find a period or a time that people could just focus on just giving, and also be able to share the goodness with one another. Sorry, I'm skipping my words because my partner keeps going in and out.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
I'm back in.
There you go.
Love it. So Giving Tuesday is here. AJ gave a little background. Apologies on the technology. That's the trouble we get for going live. I think it was exactly 2 weeks ago we did this, and things didn't go well.
Yeah, that's right.
But somewhere out there is going to be some B-roll, some blooper reels. We're going to look back, and we're going to be on that compilation, the fail compilation, number 255. But we're here. Giving Tuesday for us has always meant for Icon has always meant giving back, right? You know, if I have a charity that I feel is worthy, and I know that they've are transparent and they keep accountability, you know, this is a good reminder to give, because this is, you know, the excesses we have after Thanksgiving, the food and then the shopping. This is something to give back. So it's always been great to have this reminder. So we're just taking advantage of it with Icon, because, you know, we want to have more partners and more people joining us, you know, working with us, being a voice for the voiceless and helping the vulnerable.
Yeah, just a lot of crazy things have been happening in Nigeria. Technically, ever since I think was it 2000, right? And it
Yeah,
has just been occurrence after occurrence. You know, some of the communities that are really undergoing a lot of the persecution and the killings in Nigeria. Kyle and I have been there. We have lived in some of those communities. We have visited them, and to just then know how a place that has been so peaceful was known for so much peace is just, you know, just so much is just happening, you know, and y- just the hopelessness of probably people feeling that, you know, do people care, or are there people out there that will help be voices for those that are really going through the persecution and don't have access to technology, don't have access to better means of communicating the issues that they are going through or how they are suffering. So Icon has come together to really try to bring more awareness about what is happening in Nigeria, to let you know and to be more aware of the issues, how
that's right.
they are coming into place, and you know, how they are being dealt with either by the government or individuals, and then to also hear from other Nigerians about what they are trying to do to help the helpless situation. A lot of women are being affected, a lot of children are being orphaned, they are being displaced, and the numbers are just growing by the day. Of recent, there was the killing that happened. There was the huge killings that happened in is it Borno State?
Borno State, yeah, just north of Maiduguri, there was attack. Farmers, the intel we got from our sources on the ground said about 44. That's the reporting. The government, the security forces, 44 died. They did a mass burial. So these were migrant farmers coming from Sokoto State, coming to work in the rice, you know, the dry season rice farm field that they've done for years. You know, I don't know how many years, but many years they continue to come. But Boko Haram didn't want them there. Doesn't want them there. They didn't want to subject them, or they didn't want to join their forces. They didn't want to be subdued, and they actually arrested some of the vigilantes, arrested some of the Boko Haram on that Friday, and then they came back to say, you're not doing that. So Saturday, they came and they slaughtered him. I mean, we've got pictures. I'm sure you've seen many pictures going around with heads chopped off and throats slit. It's disgusting. But the numbers keep growing. We've heard up to 110 people have actually died. So
Yeah,
I mean, this is and these are mainly Muslims. You know, this is Boko Haram killing other Muslims. So you know, this is again indication that the government is not being able to care for its citizens.
mm-hmm.
You know, it continues to say we can, you know, keep people safe. You know, we're going to do everything we can to stop Boko Haram. They can't. They're not.
Yeah. And you know, like the most important thing is, you know, we have to ask ourselves, why is this important? You know, these are simple farmers. Every year, they have to farm to make it through the dry season. They have to create or produce enough produce that will last for them and their families for I think up to 6 months. Is it 6, maybe 7 months before the next raining season comes? You
Yeah,
know,
not till June, July. You know.
so what then happens is these people are really trying to farm, and they are trying to live just the simple life, you know, of farming, and um, Boko Haram is terrorizing them so much that it is starting to create a huge food scarcity in Nigeria, there are reports that maybe like a famine is coming, or there are a lot of um, 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 food
There's
supplies
they're
that are going to
looking
start
at
to go out of
already a
place.
problem in the situation, so they're already looking at that. The millions will be affected by
Yeah.
this come June, July next year. So already we're looking at March, April when the food will run out, and then being able to farm and plant come May, June, especially in those areas in the dry northern areas. It's going to be a devastation.
Yeah, I was even talking with my sister just yesterday, and she was telling me about how the like a onion just that is the size of a tangerine in Lagos, she had to buy one for about like 150 naira. And you're talking
Wow.
about something that a couple years ago was probably about 20 naira. Like you could probably buy a basket for that 150.
Yeah.
So because of the insecurity that continues to plague Nigeria, it is erupting into a mountain full of other problems, and that is why we have to support the Nigerian people. We have to speak on their behalf. We have to speak with our government officials. We have to get more people involved to make this stop before it turns into something that is just out of control. Boko Haram is terrorizing Nigeria a lot, and their activity is spreading to the Lake Chad region of Cameroon, Chad, and they are also being affected by the same activity. So started in one place and it's spreading into other countries, and we have to start to do more for the people
It's
in
not even
Nigeria.
spreading. It's merging. Throughout West Africa. From Burkina Faso, Mali, now Niger, Nigeria. They're all sort of merging into one another. So the Fulani militants are going and working in Burkina Faso with Akim. They're working with other terrorist groups, and now they've always been rampant in Nigeria. Now there's even reports that they're working with some of these Boko Haram or ISWAP or Ansaru groups. So yeah, this is it's not getting better, and we know that, and that's why I think we as ICON are wanting to raise awareness. I've gotten so many emails, so many text messages, whatever, from this attack on Saturday. The American media didn't pick it up till Sunday night, Monday morning. So all day Monday, I was getting texts. I heard what happened in Nigeria. What's going on? I mean, it takes 45 or 100 people to be killed to finally get to Nigeria media, Nigeria attention in the American media. No, these are attacks that are happening every day. People are dying every day. Women and children are going homeless every day, and people aren't concerned, or it's not being reported. So that's why I think we as ICON just want to continue to advocate for the Nigerians that want peace, that want to get back to their lives and be stable in their communities.
Yeah. We have a guest with us. We would like to introduce our guest, Priscilla. She helped us do a little campaign with ICON, which was the Hear Their Voices campaign that basically focused on the impact of terrorism on women and children in Nigeria. I'd like to introduce her here. Hey, Priscilla, nice to see you.
Hi. Nice to be seen. Nice to see you too.
How are you doing?
Are we in the same room? It looks like we're in the
No,
same.
we're sharing a room, Kyle. We borrowed the same room.
I'm just going to wave.
Yeah.
It's a joy to be back here with ICON.
Yeah. How have you been? How was your Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was nice and quiet, trying to obey the rules and stay inside. So stay with family. And it's a joy to find things to be thankful for in the midst of all of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All of the killings, all of the sadness, the coronavirus, everything that's happening. It was a good opportunity to stop and to count our blessings and to say what what can I be thankful for today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, you did the series on the women and children, and what was that experience like? Talking with the um, victims and hearing different stories and hearing like the different situations that the people have been in. What was that like for you?
At first, and I've said this before, it was eye-opening. It was almost annoyingly eye-opening because I'm Nigerian. I'm from Jos. I'm from one of the places where all of these things are happening, right? But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you think, you know, my family's safe, my friends are safe. It's okay. It's not coming close to me. So I was a little bit naive to the situations that are happening in Nigeria. As a Nigerian in diaspora, sometimes you just say, look, I just need to make my bread for the day and keep
Mm-hmm.
pushing, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And being able to stare at the situations in the face was like an eye opener. I'm still in contact with some of these people today because it felt almost that's on the one hand, it was an eye opener. On the other hand, I felt almost helpless
Mm-hmm.
to the situation because we were saying the same things. We were saying the same things, but it felt like it wasn't gaining traction as fast as we wanted it to.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much happening, and it's like we're screaming and nobody can hear us. That's why we continue. I love that we're continuing to call the podcast Hear Their Voices, because it's a challenge to say hear their voices, but also we want to say, how can we respond to what we're hearing? It's one thing to hear the voices, it's another thing to respond. So for me, I started asking the question, what can I do? That's why I'm so grateful for Giving Tuesday, because this is the time to ask the question, what can I do? Yes, Kyle and AJ have been so amazing in bringing us the news and bringing awareness. But what can you do today? Giving
Yeah.
Tuesday. And I think that that was the challenge for me, was move it from, oh, I'm learning this new stuff and now I'm in the know and now I'm woke.
Yeah.
But when you're woke, do something about it. And for me, that's been the challenge.
Yeah, I can say that going into it for me, it was like, yes, we do need to bring awareness about
Mhm.
what is happening, but as you said, like, you start to meet these people and you start to build relationships with them, and you start to have a good understanding of what they are going through,
Mhm.
because a lot of times, like, when we hear about the killings that happen, the aftermath of it doesn't come into mind as a much from
Yeah.
after hearing from these people, hearing that a lot of the young girls and the young boys, after experiencing some of the attacks, are afraid to get back into school. They are afraid to even want to be educated because they feel that the choice is either I go to school and lose my life, or I just stay at
Mhm.
home and do something else, and um, look at how even the farmers, it's the food scarcity. COVID
It's
has
affecting
hit, you
everything.
know, it's just affecting everything, and um, it's when you start to get deeper into the conversation that a lot of things start to come into light, and you start to realize how helpless the people are,
Mhm.
and how much more you would want to see the government talking about stuff, solving a lot of the issues, helping to fix a lot of the problems, so um, that experience has been life changing for me, in that, like, even now I'm always just so concerned with everything that I hear,
Mhm.
every day I'm always praying, God, please, not another news article,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not, but since 2000 up till date, this is 2020 now, and it's just, it's crazy.
I think the challenge for us is to elevate those news items, and everybody can take individual responsibility for this. Is as stories are being put out there, like Kyle was saying, we don't hear about it in American news till like days after, or except if it's massively terrible. then
Yeah.
we hear about it. But as Icon, if you're subscribed to Icon on Facebook, on YouTube, then you have access. You have early access to this news, and you can share it. You can get the word out there. We want this news to be heard so that we can begin to create what can we do about it. Because right now, I remember when in Lagos, people were like, this doesn't affect me. You know, this is not my fight. They're fighting in the north. Northerners are crazy. And now the effects are being seen. I heard about that onions thing. Somebody called me yesterday too and was like, onions is like gold in Lagos. And these are some of the effects of the farmers being affected. It's beginning to affect everything, everything. It's affecting education. It's affecting, so sooner or later it might come to affect us here. And the time for us to keep saying, oh, this is not my fight, this is not my thing, is way past. And I know because if you're watching this podcast, it's because you're interested in this topic. But how can you then get others to be more interested? How can you get your church to participate in Giving Tuesday and get a whole lot of people behind this? Because the more voices we can put behind this news, behind this persecution in Nigeria, the more awareness we can bring. That's our assignment, is to bring awareness so that change can happen. It's not awareness for the sake of awareness. It's awareness for the sake of change. And so for me, the challenge became, how can I bring a change to this situation?
And I feel that that is what the challenge is. You know, it is challenging yourself to get involved in something that is bigger than yourself. Something is something that is way beyond you as an individual. You know, in Nigeria,
that's where we're at today, though. AJ, sorry to cut you off. I mean, you just said something. I mean, it's bigger than yourself. So this is the global community coming together, right? And this is this is the whole beauty of social media, the instant access to internet. So right now people are watching, or they'll be watching later, or whatever. So they're there. So people in America. So those Nigerians living in the UK, living in Texas, living in Jos, living in Lagos, can be together, united on this. And I think that's the big picture, is some of the stuff in your own backyard isn't being reported. The food scarcity, the price inflation, the unemployment. When all those storehouses of COVID relief materials are being invaded, I mean, it was within minutes that it was all broadcast. I mean, I'm sure even the police probably were using Twitter to follow. This is the plateau. Let's go. So it's to me, this is a good platform to do it, and that's why wherever you are, you have a voice. Especially for those who can't speak or can't be heard, and that's why Icon is our on the bottom of your screen it says "Give Hope." That's our campaign on this Giving Tuesday. We've launched this campaign. We're going to run it through December, all the way through Christmas. Hopefully people can join us and participate by being a voice, being encouragement, sharing words, sharing resources, sharing finances, whatever they can do. We've got people living in Nigeria that can send messages, give you updates if you have specific questions on anything, Twitter, Facebook, email, all that you can do. We're here to be a part of that global village, as some people have called it. So
it's Priscilla is going to be hosting the Icon podcast. That's why she's actually here, because we want you to actually know her face, and she will be talking with a lot of the people from Nigeria, some from the diaspora, to help bring perspective into a lot of the things that are happening in Nigeria right now. Kyle spoke about the COVID palliatives. Like, I'm always wondering, what is actually happening with COVID in Nigeria? How is that also affecting what is happening? I do know that there have been reports that Boko Haram has taken advantage of COVID and the lockdown in certain communities, which they were attacking certain people, and people were just helpless at different points.
It's not even that. It's Boko Haram. The government is using it as an excuse, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't go to this area for COVID. We don't have the troops there. They're using COVID now as an excuse. So I mean, yeah, Boko Haram could be using it as cover and whatever, but the government is always looking for excuse. Even this thing on Saturday, what did they say about the farmers? They didn't have permission to farm.
Yeah.
Are you
That
kidding?
was-
You're not even sympathizing with the fact that 45 to 110 people died. You're just saying they didn't have permission. Okay.
Wait, who said they didn't have permission? The government?
The federal government, the media person.
Media.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I even heard that there is like a additional 10 women that they said that were missing.
Oh, there's
that they haven't even found yet.
We know there's 45 that were
so-
buried. We don't know how many others. There's reports of the 110. We don't know how many women and children have been kidnapped. And that was their thing, right? They come in. Their modus operandi is to come in. If you don't convert and join us, we'll kill you. Then we'll take your women and children. Then we'll enslave them. So
yeah.
So, but they didn't have permission. So it's not the government's fault. It's the people themselves. It's just terrible.
Yeah. And, that is also another thing. There was another report that I read that they were talking about how the Boko Haram people told the people that they would teach them things, they would educate them, and the people want to progress in a certain way, but I think that the opportunity has not been given to them, and then they are forced to fall to these other people that just take advantage of them in such a way and leave them with nothing. So we have to do our part by, being big on education, being and big on business and commerce for these people and give them opportunities. That is what I want to hear out of Nigerian politicians. Let us get the jobs. Let us get companies that will bring job opportunities. Let us take the idleness away and let's occupy people with, stuff that they can do that will give them potential, that will give the country potential to be able to grow, but there is just so much that all you can do is just question. So I know a lot of these issues, we are really looking forward to Priscilla bringing them out on the podcast and talking to some of the people about what is going on in Nigeria. Is there any expectation that you have as you find people? And
I'm very excited for this opportunity. My hope is that we will have a Hear Their Voices community, and we will be in communication about what's happening, not just when the podcast is on, but even behind the scenes. We want to get active on social media. We want to be a community that becomes one voice, that will amplify the voices of those that cannot be heard. So one of my passions is to get connected with each of you who will follow us, get to know you. You can follow me personally on Instagram as Sila Oni, or follow I Can Help on Instagram. We want to hear your story, hear your perspective, your engagement with this situation as we bring it forward. We also want to answer questions. One of my hope is to have a question and answer segment where we will be answering not just live questions, but questions that you have brought up during the week. How are you engaging with this news? What are some things you've done that might have helped? For those of you who are Nigerians living in the situations, what are some things that you might be experiencing that you want us to know about? We want to have those conversations. So AJ, one of the things I really want to see is a dynamic conversation going. I want us to be connected with each other and form a community around this, and not just, when you hear the word podcast, sometimes you just think about somebody talking at you. I want us to have a conversation. I want us to be able to bring some of you who are viewers into the studio virtually, of course, because we're all, in a beautiful virtual environment.
Our bubbles.
Staying safe, but really keeping this conversation going. And all that to point to how can we make a difference. I want us to look back after our first season of podcast to say this are specific different steps that we've taken. I want us to be able to say we'll be able to raise this amount of money through the podcast. I want us to to have signposts of here is the difference that we made as a result of this podcast. So join the HTV Icon Podcast community. Please don't leave me hanging, because I don't like talking to myself, y'all. I do not like talking to myself. So I need y'all to become active on the community. Follow us on Instagram and get active. Let's have this conversation.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great. It'll be a whole new, what do you call it, logo, sort of branding. So we'll get all that together and we'll launch it hopefully next week.
Yeah.
So about this time, right? Is that what we're shooting for this time? Next week?
It should be.
It
should be every Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
We got you there at the end. So it should be every Tuesday. We really look forward to hearing from Priscilla and hearing from the voices and the partners that she will be working with, and helping to further explain the Nigerian situation to us. So it's something to definitely look out for.
That's it. Yep. Great. So, anything else, Priscilla, from your end? As you say farewell and get people to join us next week. Anything fair?
Thank you. Join us next week.
There you go. And don't forget to see her Instagram on the bottom of your screen there. Join her, direct message her, and it'll be great.
I'd love to hear from you. I'll absolutely love to hear from you. And get your questions, even for the first episode. Let's go.
Great. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Priscilla.
Such a joy.
Great. All right. So, AJ, we're not going 2 hours today. We'll go maybe 5 more minutes. If I ever get on the camera with you, it turns into a marathon, and I can't go marathon today. You can tell my computer system is in your computer system, but I think the important thing, the reason we're here is to give hope. That is our campaign. That is the reason that we want to shoot people this message to say, look, Giving Tuesday's here, but this one day, right? Tomorrow will be another day. What are you going to do? And again, we're not asking for money. We are asking for money, but we're not only asking for money. We're asking for their time to get knowledgeable on these incidents, these atrocities, to become an expert. Not maybe an expert, but become informed, I guess, maybe. And then become engaged, whether that's writing your congressmen, your senators, for those living in America, getting on board with groups, causes like our own Icon or other advocacy groups in the US or UK or wherever, and just, sharing it, right? We go to churches, we go to schools, we go to marketplaces, we have friends, get them involved too, share our hashtags, share our handles for social media, just get the opportunity to get the word out there.
We would love to come to even your church or your school and come and help present the issues for you, and help further explain them in dialogue, or we can even do it virtually. You can contact us through any of our social media handles or email us there, info@iconhelp.org, and we would love to plan something to help explain the situation that is happening in Nigeria and how it's spreading, and how it's really important for us to get involved and to help stop the slaughter of just innocent people. So
and there's our incident tracker on the bottom that's sponsored by us as well, Silent Slaughter Nigeria. I think as our time wraps up, I think the biggest thing today is to give people a chance to give hope, and I think I'll put that on the screen. This is where we're at, right? Icon, we survive on donations. We have several anonymous donors. We have a few that want to be anonymous. We know who they are, but they're anonymous. But then we receive money from other sources, individuals. AJ and I kind of help to run the email and the social media packages, and it's always interesting. someone gives $2 a month. Someone gives $25 once. Someone gives $1,000 once, and it all adds up. If you take 100 people giving $25, that's something that makes an impact. That pays some bills. Again, we're not asking only for money. We're asking for your time, your commitment, your support, and any way you can. Prayers, encouragement with words. So if you go to the website iconhelp.org /give hope, you'll come with the whole, what do you call it, the package of our website, and it shows you what we're doing. We're trying to give hope to Nigerians, and we're trying to help them in many ways we can. And
you can help individuals, and you can help families. We were talking about earlier just the simple price of an onion, and how without COVID and the insecurity, it is just affecting a lot of things within the market and the economy itself. This support is going to these families, and it is helping them to provide food with different organizations. I do know Icon works on ground in Nigeria, and there are some other organizations that we also work with on ground there in Nigeria. Another person that I have to just talk about, and I won't leave out, is Leah Sharibu, who was a girl that was kidnapped by Boko Haram, and this is how many years, Kyle? Now
it'll be 3 years.
It'll be 3 years. She was a young girl wanting to just be a nurse. Imagine what that could have done for her community. And while she was at school, pursuing her dream, she was kidnapped. Her mom has been begging for just help. Icon has been standing alongside her mother to help bring her daughter back. So as we give these, just to know that these are some of the things that Icon has been advocating for, and they have been trying to push to help bring an end to the slaughter, to the chaos that's happening in Nigeria. And your support is so important, and it goes a long way. As Kyle said, it adds up. Icon cannot continue to do the work that it has been doing without the support of those that have been giving over the years and have been a huge part of the advocacy work that Icon has already done with the launch of the book of Silent Slaughter, with being able to get Congress here in the States to even talk about the issues and to question the Nigerian government, both in the States here and also in the UK. So just as Kyle said, continue to keep us in your prayers, and continue to pray for the people of Nigeria. That God will be with them, and God will bring healing to that nation.
Yeah, and I think that's important. I mean, again, so we're not asking only for your money. That's the assumption everyone has on Give Hope or Giving Tuesday. Sorry, is that just to give back money, and it is. It's highly appreciated. But again, as you go to our website and you can find ways to be engaged, contacting people, finding going to our incident tracker, different things, just becoming engaged, right? And that's the first thing. And then you can decide whether you want to give or not to us. But again, Giving Tuesday is not just for Icon, it's for other organizations around the world. So if you're not going to give to us, give to someone, right? I mean, that's the big thing. So find a cause that you believe in, that you align with, and give. Again, if it's something small, something big, whatever, and just do a hashtag. If you're on Twitter, hashtag Giving Tuesday, you'll come up with a different hundreds, if not thousands, perhaps millions of opportunities or ways to give. But again, if you like what we're doing and you want to give to us, we'd appreciate that too. In fact, AJ, I don't think we're getting it today, but if you, where is that thing? Where'd it go, man? Where's the T? Oh, there it is. Kawapunga. If today you give and you mention that you saw this on the live or podcast, or you saw this live, you'll get a free T-shirt or
Today,
a hat. Has to be today. Has to be today, right?
December 1st.
Yep. So
December
all you have
1st.
to do is go to iconhelp.org/give-hope, make a donation, $25 or more, and then send us an email at hello or info@iconhelp.org telling us that today you saw AJ and Kyle live and you gave you
That's
were
right.
compelled to give, right? So
Yep. Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking this time to hang out with Kyle and I, and to meet Priscilla. We will continue to do the work with Icon, and
Free T-shirt, free hat.
that's right.
One or the other, you choose, man.
That's right. And we pray that you continue to have a wonderful rest of the week, rest of the year. 2020 was a huge adventure, and
That's saying it
we-
nicely.
yeah. And we just pray that 2021 is just going to be just a huge, wide open door of opportunity and
Amen.
blessings. So continue to stay positive, encourage one another,
Give hope.
give hope, give hope, give hope, give hope.
Should we play the video on the way out?
Yeah, let's play the video.
So in case you lose me, and if you're watching live and the video doesn't, it just gets frozen. You can find the video at our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com and look icon ICON space help HELP
right.
icon help. Look for our channel, become a subscriber, like it, share it with others. So that this video is coming straight from that. So all right, thanks, AJ.
All right, dude.